Hello everyone, so today we will start with the first chapter of class 12 organic chemistry, which is your haloalkane haloarine chapter. In this lecture we will cover the entire chapter. So let's start by giving the heading of the chapter, which is haloalkane and haloarine. So I will start with haloalkane portion first. I am giving the heading, so haloalkane. Okay. Haloalkane and alkyl halides, both the terms are same. Okay, so in haloalkane part, let's learn the preparation of the haloalkane. Okay, so give the heading preparation of haloalkane. Okay, in this we will learn about the preparation of haloalkane. Now, before coming to the directly preparation of haloalkane, I must tell you that there are various methods for the preparation of haloalkane. Under that section, we will first start with your alcohol. Moving on, we will start with alkane, means the preparation of haloalkane from alcohol, alkane, alkene. And at last, we will do some specific reaction, which is the halogen exchange method for the preparation of specific kind of alkyl halides. Okay, so let's start with the from alcohol, right? So for the preparation of haloalkane from alcohol, the first which comes to our mind is we take an alcohol, we treat it with Lucas reagent. Now what is Lucas reagent? Lucas reagent is nothing but it is anhydrous ZnCl2, okay, and we take concentrated HCl along with it. Okay, so as an outcome we get RCl plus H2O. Okay, if we consider an example of this reaction, we can take the example of like this C2H5OH, which is the ethyl alcohol. We can treat it with this Lucas reagent, anhydrous ZnCl2 and concentrated HCl, we get C2H5Cl plus H2O, right? We have to remember that this is your ethyl chloride and this one is the Lucas reagent. So let's write in a note section over here, note Lucas reagent, which is my anhydrous ZnCl2 plus HCl. This sort of reaction you will also find in the alcohol phenol chapter, where you can identify the primary alcohol by the Lucas reagent, right? Now from alcohol there is another method, which is from the using of your PCl5. So we take an alcohol, which is your ROH, okay, plus PCl5, which is your phosphorus pentachloride, okay, and we obtain RCl, which is your alkyl halide or your haloalkane rather. Along with it we get POCl3, right, and we get H2O. Alright, now moving on, after this we have another thing, which is from the PCl3, which is your phosphorus trichloride. Okay, so we take ROH plus PCl3, we get RCl, but in this case we get H2PO3 plus H2O, right? Now at last we will come to the best process or the best method for the preparation of your alkyl halide, which is the alkyl chloride. So it is the Darjan's method. So it is from SOCl2, I am writing out over here, which is ROH plus SOCl2, and as an outcome you get RCl plus sulfur dioxide gas and HCl gas. Now you may ask me a question, so let's write here Darjan's method, Darjan's process. Okay, so let's write here best method. Okay, now you may ask me why this is the best method for the preparation of your alkyl halide, because if you see here, both the byproducts, which is SO2 and your HCl, are in gaseous state. So this method from SOCl2 is the best method for the preparation of your alkyl chloride. Okay, so these 5 reactions were are the reactions from or the various process of how can you prepare alkyl halide from alcohol. Okay, you may take a screenshot now. We will now see few examples. Okay, so this was the example from your Lucas reagent. Let's make a partition over here. Right, let's take from PCl5, so C2H5OH, ethyl alcohol, and your PCl5, we get C2H5Cl plus POCl3 plus H2O. The other one, which is the PCl3 one, C2H5OH plus PCl3, we get C2H5Cl plus H2PO3 plus H2O, right? And this Darjan's process I am doing over here. Let's do over here, right? And another example, C2H5OH plus SOCl2, we get C2H5Cl plus SO2, which is in gaseous state, and the other one is HCl, which is also in gaseous state. I hope it's visible, the corner portion. Yes, I am writing this HCl this side to make it a bit prominent. This is HCl, right? So this was few methods about the preparation of your alkyl halides from alcohol. Moving ahead, now we will learn about the preparation of haloalkane from alkene, okay, from hydrocarbon, which is alkane. So let's clear out. So from alkane, right? Okay. Now in alkane, let's take any alkane. Let us take methane for example. I am directly doing the process. This method is called by direct halogenation. Okay, right? Okay, now let us take methane for example, CH4. We treat it with Cl2, right, chlorine, Cl2 in presence of H nu, which is UV light. Okay, now in this case what we get is CH3Cl. This is chloromethane. Now if more amount of chlorine is present in this reaction, what will happen is Cl2, it will get converted to CH2Cl2. Now if more amount of chlorine is present over here, then Cl2, which is CHCl3, okay, this is, you can call this as chloroform, and at last if more amount of chlorine is present over here, it will get converted to carbon tetrachloride. See, a special point about this reaction, or a special mention, this reaction is generally not used to prepare the alkyl halide, because as we can see here, mixture of product is formed, product A, product B, you can call it product C and product D. Now if you see here in this reaction, A, B, C, D, 4 types of products are being formed, right? So we obtain a mixture of product by the direct halogenation process. So this method is generally not used for the preparation of your alkyl halide. So we can write here mixture of product obtained, right? So not preferred. Okay, so mixture of product is obtained, so we usually do not prefer this sort of reaction. Moving on, we will now prepare haloalkane from alkene. So let's rub it out. Okay, from alkene. Now you must be familiar with this sort of reaction which I am going to do now. The previous one was also familiar. I guess you performed that experiment in class 11. So let's not get into that. Now I am going to do a reaction which you are familiar, I think so. We take CH3, we take any alkene, okay. We take any alkene, CH3, CH, double bonded CH2. This is your propene. Now when you take propene and when you take any alkane, okay, so let us take HCl, hydrogen chloride, or HBr, anything, or HBr I am taking, right? So what happens here is this Br will get attached to this carbon. Now why this is happening? Because of Markovnikov rule. I am writing here Markovnikov rule, right? So what is Markovnikov rule? I hope you are familiar with this. Now see, if we take this HBr, okay, now if this bond is broken, okay, this becomes H plus and Br minus. According to Markovnikov rule, the negative part of the addendum, means this is the addendum, get attached to the carbon molecule with least number of hydrogen atom. So in this compound or this alkene, which carbon has the least number of hydrogen? This is this carbon, right? So which is the negative part of the addendum? This one, Br minus. So this Br minus will get attached over here, right? So what we get here is CH3, CH, Br gets attached here, and this H comes here, CH3, right? This is the preparation of your alkyl halide from alkene. Now here few exceptions are also present, okay. Now let's erase this. Now in this case, if you take CH3, CH, double bonded CH2, and you take HBr again, okay, and in case you see that here it is present H2O2, then anti-Markovnikov rule is occurring, okay. So what is happening in anti-Markovnikov rule is that is the opposite of Markovnikov rule. Here negative part of the addendum was getting attached to the carbon atom with the least number of hydrogen, but in case of hydrogen peroxide and HBr only, okay, we get anti-Markovnikov product, which is some sort of like this: CH3, CH2, CH2 and Br, right? And this is called anti-Markovnikov rule, right? This is the anti-Markovnikov rule. You can also call it as peroxide effect, or you can call it as Kharash effect, okay. I hope up to this much it's clear, right? Next we come to another method, which is the allylic substitution method. Okay, so let's clear out. It is also from the alkene, so it is A and that one is B. So I am clearing out. Okay, so number 2 or number B it will be, I am sorry, it is allylic, ALLYLIC, allylic substitution. Okay. This method is called allylic substitution method, where the bromine or the any alkyl halide is getting added to the allylic carbon. Okay, so let us take an example. We take propane again, CH double bonded CH2. We take reagents over here, ReagEnts. I am writing the reagents afterwards, and we get CH3, CH, this is CH, and here Br, and it will be CH2. This one is also your anti-Markovnikov, but here you have to keep in mind, but this is different because in anti-Markovnikov you used HBr along with your hydrogen peroxide. Anti-Markovnikov, the product is same but the rule is different. Okay, now what can be the reagents of this allylic substitution? So under the reagents part, we can take halogen at high temperature. Okay, you can take N-bromo succinamide, S for succinamide, and you can take SO2Cl2. In case of N-bromo succinamide, bromine is added, and in case of SO2Cl2, obviously chlorine is added, right? So this was about the preparation of your alkyl halide from allylic substitution. So moving ahead, now the next which comes to our mind or this in this topic is your preparation of alkyl halides or haloalkane from halogen exchange method. Now we will come to the name reaction portions. Okay, so giving the heading halogen exchange, halogen exchange method. Okay, now what happens in halogen exchange method we will see now. Under the halogen exchange method we will come to the naming reactions. Okay, so the first reaction is your Finkelstein reaction, Finkel, Finkel, Stein reaction, right? Finkelstein reaction. Now you have to remember that Finkelstein reaction is exclusively for the preparation of alkyl iodide, right? Finkelstein reaction is exclusive for the preparation of alkyl iodide. Now what happens in Finkelstein reaction is that we take any alkyl halides. Okay, let's take the layout of the reaction. Okay, let us take Rx, where X is any halogen, and we take NaI, sodium iodide. We take a solvent which is acetone. Here you take acetone. Now what happens is you get Ri plus NaX. See, halogens are getting exchanged. This X is getting exchanged with Y, so it is called the halogen exchange method. So this method is always for the preparation of your alkyl iodide. Okay. The next reaction is the Schwarz reaction. Schwarz reaction. Okay, and the Schwarz reaction, what we get here is we take an alkyl halide Rx. Okay, we treat it with, okay, I am writing here, it is exclusive for the preparation of alkyl fluoride, preparation of alkyl fluoride only. Now if question comes, name the preparation or the reaction for the preparation of alkyl fluoride, you have to give this reaction. So here is Rx and you take Ag2F2, or you can take AgF, or you can take SbF2. Okay, only these reagents are permissible for the preparation of alkyl fluoride. Okay, I am taking or any of the reagent you have to take. So what happens here, we are getting RF. Okay, moving ahead to the last one, which is your Hans-Dicker reaction. Let's erase this, or I have space. Okay, I am doing that side, it will be easier. So I am writing over here Hans-Dicker reaction, Hunsdicker, Hans-Dicker reaction, RXN. Now for this we have to take silver salt of fatty acid. Now what is silver salt of fatty acid? It looks like this, RCOOAG. This is your silver salt of fatty acid. Okay, now you have to take a silver salt of fatty acid, we have to treat it with bromine. Okay, it is exclusive for the preparation of alkyl bromide. Okay, if I have space in the last I will write. So you take bromine, what you obtain here is RC. Okay, I have no space, let's erase this and write it a bit clearly because this one is important. Okay, you have a special thing over here, so let's clear it off. Let's write Hans-Dicker reaction in big. So number 3 and the last one is Hans-Dicker reaction. Okay, now in the Hans-Dicker reaction we have silver salt of fatty acid, which is RCOOAG. We treat it with Br2, which is a bromine. Okay, exclusive for alkyl bromide. Okay, now this is the reaction. What you obtain is here RBr CO2 and AgBr. Okay, now see here, if you consider this two, if you consider this two thing, okay, you have to note a thing here. See here, one carbon is getting out as CO2, so you see a descent of chain. See, chain is getting reduced because a carbon is coming out from the chain. R means alkyl chain, big chain, right? And a C is coming out as CO2. So this reaction is called, or a type of descent of chain reaction. I am writing over here, descent of chain. I'm sorry, CHAIN. So descent of chain is occurring here. You have to keep that thing in mind, right? This is called silver salt of fatty acid. Okay. So So this was the last one about the preparation of alkyl halide. In the next video we will come to the reactions of alkyl halides. So keeping it up to this much, thanks for watching. Thank you.